Fairly quick, and if I could ask for some fairly rapid responses, I've only got 15 minutes. Just firstly, in relation to the potential sale of the ASIC registry, we understand that the registry, the IT system there needs a fairly comprehensive upgrade. There's been some numbers discussed, including with the Future Fund yesterday, 100 million plus. Could I just ask why the infrastructure's got out of date, how that's been allowed to happen?
The particular piece of infrastructure is a company database that was established back in 1990 when the Australian Securities Commission was first established. In more recent years, obviously, we've introduced updates to that database, but it was built at a time on older sorts of systems and in older languages. So the reference to technology that needs upgrading is that. We've also introduced contemporary databases like the Business Names Register, which is only 4 or 5 years ago, which uses much more contemporary information, contemporary systems.
So has it been mainly cost pressure that's prevented a significant upgrade since 1990 is obviously a while ago now?
Look, over various periods, I've only been involved in this for the last 5 years, but certainly over various periods we put forward funding proposals to upgrade the system over the years.
To the government or?
Through the normal sort of new policy proposal process, yeah.
Okay. So you wouldn't agree with some criticisms that it's been used as a cash cow by ASIC over the years?
Well, ASIC, it certainly hasn't been used as a cash cow by ASIC because ASIC doesn't get to keep any of the revenue from this. ASIC establishes the database. It does collect a significant amount of revenue for government. Last year it was of the order of $860 million, $876 million in fees collected by the registry. No, it hasn't been used by cash cow.
I should have rephrased that. Perhaps the government has used it as a cash cow.
I can't speak on behalf of the government.
You can't speculate on that. No, fine. Have the fees and charges for the certain services? I understand from Senator Cormann's answers yesterday, 95% of the services are free, 5% are charged out.
Yes.
Have they risen over time, especially in the last 5 years?
The normal company fees, I will take that on notice and check. I'm not aware that there's been anything inordinate, but a number of the fees are indexed to CPI.
Okay. If I could get that detail, that'd be fantastic.
Happy to do so.
And just the last question from a stakeholder, who a number of academics especially and other people do access the database for work. If they need, for example, to get 10 years worth of financial accounts, it can be about $380. It's quite expensive for them. Is there any chance of having a system put in place so public good organisations can access ASIC documents at low cost?
So the fee schedule is set out in the regulations. ASIC doesn't have a particular discretion around that.
So it would have to go.
Part of the objectives of the government in pursuing this tender process has been to upgrade the technology with the expectation that these sorts of products and services might be able to be made available. But that essentially, under the existing system, is a matter for government under the existing charging arrangements.
And who actually dictates those charging arrangements as they are now?
They're set by the Parliament. They're set by the Parliament. They're in regulations. Yeah. Okay. So the government brings them forward in regulations.
Do you provide advice to the Parliament or the Minister's office around those? Around pricing changes?
We certainly advise government about where the hotspots tend to be, where hotspots do arise around those sorts of issues. Obviously, there's been a lot of public commentary about access for academics and the press to financial statements and the like. But you're quite right. I think the current fee is $38 for a set of financial statements. I suppose if you take that over 10 years, that's $380.
Yeah, it's fair bit of dough, especially for academics.
I suppose it's in the eye of the beholder, isn't it?
Of course, it is indeed. And I was just wondering, has there ever been any information published about the cost of the service, like cost delivery versus?
I'm not aware that I'm not aware. Our registry direct costs are of the order of about 20 million, and on a fully loaded basis, we think that which includes IT, property, other services provided by, back office services provided by ASIC, we think it's of the order of about 60 million.
So 60, that's an annual cost?
Yeah.
Versus a revenue of 876 million.
Yeah.
That's pretty big return. I mean, I'd have to look at other factors, but yeah. Okay.